Hi, loves. Welcome back to Amy's View Unscripted. I'm Amy. This is Life in Motion, a space where we pause, reflect, and recognize that growth is not something that happens once and for all. It's a living process. Just like the tides, just like the seasons, just like us. Every week, we explore the ways life moves through us, around us, and within us, and how we can choose to move with it. Today, we're expanding the circle. Last time, we talked about human connection, how much we need each other. But life in motion doesn't stop with people. There's a bigger rhythm, a larger system that holds us all, and we are woven into it, our connection to the living earth itself. And that's where I want to take us today, into the recognition that the planet is not background. It's alive. It's our home. It's our mirror. It's our partner. And when we honor it, we honor ourselves. How beautiful is it that we live on a living planet? Think about that for a second. The ground beneath your feet, the air in your lungs, the tides that pull the ocean back and forth. It's all alive. We're not standing on a stage that someone built for us. We are part of a living, breathing system. We're just a small sliver of it, one thread in this vast tapestry. But that doesn't make us insignificant. If anything, it makes our responsibility greater. Because the same way we honor each other, we're called to honor the earth itself. This planet is always in motion, just like we are. The tides rise and fall, the seasons turn, storms roll through, then pass. The soil rests and then blooms again. And when we pause long enough to notice, when we stop pretending that we're separate, something shifts inside of us. Science even confirms it. People who feel more connected to nature report higher well-being, deeper meaning, even more life satisfaction. Just a few minutes outdoors can reduce anxiety, restore focus, and lower stress. But beyond all the research, we know this in our bones. The moment you step outside and breathe deeply, it's like your whole body remembers. Oh, right, this is where I belong. And connection doesn't have to mean climbing a mountain or disappearing into the wilderness for days. It can be as simple as hearing the birds through an open window while you make coffee, or watching the way the sun paints stripes on your floors in the afternoon. Taking care of a houseplant, choosing to recycle instead of tossing something away. Even just standing still for one quiet minute, feeling the ground beneath your feet, and remembering this is alive. Those little moments really do matter. They're like stitches sewing us back into the fabric we came from. They remind us that we're not separate. We're participants in the Earth's rhythm. And the more we lean into that rhythm, the more we start to see a reflection. Because the cycles of the planet are also the cycles within us. Think about the ocean. Waves crash, tides pull away, but always, always, the water returns. That's resilience. That's persistence. Think about a forest. Trees root deep, reaching for light, but also holding one another up through underground networks. That's community. That's interdependence. Think about a desert. Life there looks sparse, but it's waiting, conserving, knowing how to bloom with rain. That's patience. That's wisdom. Even the tundra, where everything seems frozen solid, underneath, life is resting, waiting for its moment. That's endurance. That's hope. And a garden, maybe the closest to home. We plant, we water, we nurture, and over time, something grows. Not overnight, not instantly, but faithfully. That's care, and that's partnership. Every biome, every corner of the planet is teaching us something about ourselves. If we pay attention, the Earth becomes the greatest mirror we'll ever have. And it's not just the planet itself, it's the life we share it with. For every one human being, there are billions upon billions of other creatures moving across this world. Birds migrating across continents, dolphins navigating the oceans in pods, wolves running as a pack, bees pollinating the gardens we depend on. Even the unseen lives in the soil beneath our feet, making it possible for anything to grow at all. We don't live here alone. This isn't just our story. We share this earth with countless other beings who need care, respect, and protection just as much as we do. Their survival is bound up in ours. Their flourishing is tied to ours. Our survival is also bound up in theirs. To honor the earth is to honor all of its inhabitants. To recognize every wing, every fin, every paw, every buzzing bee is part of the same living system that we're in. And when we forget that, when we lose them, we lose ourselves. This is where interconnectedness stops being an idea and starts becoming a way of life. Honoring the planet is inseparable from honoring ourselves. Because when the earth thrives, so do we. And when we thrive, we're able to care better for the earth in return. That's the circle. That's the ripple. We start at the center with ourselves. Then it moves outward to others, to humanity, to the planet. And then, inevitably, it comes back to the self. And here's the part I don't want us to miss. This isn't about grand gestures alone. It's about small, intentional acts. Spiritual health surveys tell us that people all across the world are longing for connection to something bigger, to something meaningful. That longing is answered every time we look up at the sky instead of down at our phones. Every time we tend a garden. Every time we pause to listen to the waves or notice the trees. Every time we take care of what's right in front of us, the earth, each other, ourselves. When we recognize our own interconnectedness with the world around us, we don't just live differently, we grow differently. We grow internally, right alongside the world that sustains us. And that's the beauty of life in motion. It always comes back to one person, one action, one heart. The earth moves, humanity moves, and life in motion always begins with you. But here's the truth we can't forget. If we destroy this planet, we destroy ourselves. But if we take care of this planet, it takes care of us right back. That's the interconnectedness, the circle, the beauty. Self-love, self-growth, human connection, planetary care, they're not separate. They are all one. And when you choose growth for yourself, you ripple it outward. When you choose to honor the earth, you're also honoring a part of yourself that longs to be whole. So let's do this together. Let's remind each other that life in motion is not something we walk alone. Together, we can help inspire each other. And maybe, just maybe, inspire a world that is kinder, more compassionate, and more alive. And if this message resonates with you, don't keep it to yourself. Pass it on, share it, lift it higher. Every like, every subscribe, every share is another ripple. Another chance for someone else to feel seen, to feel inspired, to join the circle with us. Because awareness is how the movement grows. I'll see you next time, loves. But until then, remember, the earth moves, humanity moves, and so do you. Stay in motion.